All right, so we just read all of Exodus. Now we start Leviticus. Okay, here we go. And Jehovah called unto Moses and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto Jehovah, he shall bring your offering of cattle and even the herd and of the flock, and his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd. Let him offer a male without blemish, and he shall offer it at his own voluntary will, at the door of the tabernacle of congregation before Jehovah. He shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. And he shall kill the bullock before Jehovah, and the priests of Aaron's sons. Yeah, let's check something out here. Something is coming to my mind. Oh, Jeremiah 7. Jeremiah 7, verse 22. All right. And they shall flay the burnt offerings. Okay, I'm going my Leviticus. This is Leviticus 1, verse 6. And they shall flay the burnt offerings and cut into pieces, and the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar and lay wood in order upon the fire. And the priests and the Aaron's sons shall lay the parts of the head and the fat in order upon the wood that is on the fire, which is upon the altar. But his inwards and his legs shall he wash with water, and the priest shall burn on the altar to be burnt sacrifice, offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto Jehovah. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of sheep or of goats or of burnt sacrifice, he shall bring it a male without blemish. And he shall kill it on the side of the altar, northward, before Jehovah and the priests and Aaron's sons, and shall sprinkle his blood round about the altar. And he shall cut it into his pieces, and he shall with his head, and his fat, and the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire which is on the altar. And he shall wash the innards and the legs with water, and the priest shall bring it all and burn it upon the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, made offering, made by fire of sweet savor unto Jehovah. And if the burnt sacrifice for this offer to the Lord be of fowls, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons, and the priest shall bring it unto the altar and wring off his head, and burn it on the altar, and the blood thereof shall be wrung out at the side of the altar. And he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers, and he shall cast it beside the altar on the east part, and the places of the ashes, and he shall cleave it with all the wings thereof, but shall not divide it asunder. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, upon the wood that is upon the fire, that is burnt sacrifice, offering made by fire of sweet savor unto Jehovah. All right, so that is Leviticus 1. Let me read something here. This is Jeremiah 7. He's explaining Jeremiah 7, what's going on, why he put the sacrifices on these people. Okay. Verse 21, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices, and eat flesh. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day I brought them out of the land of Egypt, concerning burnt offerings and sacrifices. But this I commanded them, obey my voice. Obey my voice. When did all the people hear him? All the people heard him on the day of the assembly. Okay, all the people heard him give them the 10 commandments. Okay, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people. That peculiar people from Exodus 19. And you shall be my people, and walk ye in all ways I have commanded you, that I may be well unto you. But they hearkened not. No, they burned that calf, didn't they? Nor inclined their ear, but they walked in the counsels and the imaginations of their evil heart, and went backwards and not forwards, Since the day your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt until this day, I've not even sent into you all my servants and prophets, rising up daily and sending them. Okay, so when they came out of Egypt, he wasn't even going to have these sacrifices. That wasn't even going to be a thing. Not for sin. He comes out, it's Exodus 21. He talks about the first fruits, peace offerings, but not about sin offerings. In Galatians talks about two covenants. One given with the promise, one given after the transgressions. That's Galatians 3:19. Here we're reading about the laws given after the transgressions. Okay? He gives us other definitions and stuff in this, but this burnt offerings wasn't even going to be a thing. You can read more about that in Ezekiel 20. Yeah, Ezekiel 20, I think. Okay, this is Leviticus 2, verse 1. And when any will offer meat offering unto Jehovah, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil on it and frankincense thereon, and he shall bring it unto Aaron's house and the priest, and he shall take out there a handful of flour thereof, and of the oil thereof, and of the frankincense thereof, and the priest shall burn the memorial of it upon the altar to be an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Jehovah. And the remnant of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons, and the thing most holy of offerings of Jehovah made by fire. And if thou bring an oblation of meat offering bacon in the oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, or unleavened wafers anointed with oil. And if thy oblation be meat offering, okay, meat just means food. Okay, a lot in the Bible. Me Mankowski, hey, how's it going, man? So, or I don't know, maybe it's not man, I don't know. But how are you doing? So, meat in the Bible a lot of times just means food. Okay, meat offering, bacon in a pan, it shall be a fine flour, unleavened, mingled with oil. Thou shalt part it in pieces and pour oil hereon. It is a meat offering. And if thy oblation be meat offering, bacon in a frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. And if thou shalt bring a meat offering, it is made with these things unto Jehovah, and it is presented unto the priest, he shall bring it unto the altar, and the priest shall take it from the meat offering, a memorial thereof, and he shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto Jehovah. And that which is left, a meat offering, it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and it is a thing most holy of the offerings of Jehovah made by fire. No meat offering which ye shall bring unto Jehovah shall be made with leaven. No offering shall be made with sin. Okay, leaven is also would be considered sin. For ye shall burn no leaven, nor any honor in any offering of Jehovah made by fire. As for the oblation of the first fruits, ye shall offer them unto Jehovah, and they shall not be burnt on the altar for a sweet savor. And every oblation of thy meat offering thou shalt season with salt. Season with salt. Here you go. Neither shalt thou suffer of the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. With all thine offerings thou shalt offer salt. Salt means conviction. Okay? Salt means conviction. And if thou, so what happens if it loses its salt? Where's that? It's like Matthew 8 or something. If the salt loses its flavor, it's trodden underfoot. And if thou offer a meat offering of the first fruits unto Jehovah, thou shalt offer for a meat offering thy first fruits, green ears of corn dried by the fire, or even corn beaten out of the full ears. Thou shalt put oil upon it and lay frankincense thereon. Is it a meat offering? It is a meat offering. And The priest shall burn the memorial of it, part of the beaten corn thereof, and part of the oil thereof, and with all the frankincense thereof, and an offering made by fire unto Jehovah. And if the oblation be a sacrifice of peace offering, he offer it of the herd, whether it be male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before Jehovah. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of his offering and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons and priests shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And he shall offer the sacrifice of peace offerings and offering made by fire unto Jehovah, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, in the caul above the liver, with the kidneys in it, he shall take away. And Aaron's son shall burn it on the altar in the burnt sacrifice which is upon the wood, that is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto Jehovah. And if the offering is a sacrifice of peace offering unto Jehovah, be of the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then he shall offer it before Jehovah. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of his offering and kill it before the tabernacle of congregation. And Aaron and his sons shall sprinkle the blood thereon round about the altar. And he shall offer of sacrifice of peace offerings, an offering made by fire unto Jehovah, and the fat thereof, and the whole rump, and it shall take off hard by the backbone, and the fat covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat which is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul which is above the liver, and the kidneys, and it shall take away. And the priest shall burn it on the altar. It is food of offering made by fire unto Jehovah. And if his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it to Jehovah. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of it and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereon upon the altar round about. And he shall offer thereof his offerings, even an offering made by fire unto Jehovah. The fat that covers the inwards, and the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat which is upon them, which is by the flanks of the caul, above the liver and the kidneys, and he shall take it away. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is a food of offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. And it shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye neither eat neither fat nor blood. Okay, what did he tell? He told Noah and them, don't eat the blood. Okay, that's part of the rainbow covenant, the Noahic covenant. That's another covenant of promise. If you're paying attention, when you read Ephesians 2, verse 12, it says covenants of promise. Don't eat the blood. What did Noah's sons do? They went out and they started eating the blood, didn't they? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, unto the children of Israel, saying, if a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning the things which ought not to be done, and shall do against any of them, if the priest that is anointed do sin according to the sin of the people, let him bring for his sin which he hath sinned a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering. And he shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle in the congregation before Jehovah. Of the congregation before Jehovah, and shall lay his hands upon the bullock's head and kill the bullock before Jehovah. And the priest that is anointed shall take the bullock's blood and bring it into the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle 7 times before Jehovah, before the veil of the sanctuary. And the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of the sweet incense, and before Jehovah, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offerings, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take it off from all the fat of the bullock for the sin offering. And the fat covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat which is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul which is above the liver, and the kidneys, and he shall take it away. And it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offerings. And the skin of the bullock, and all the flesh, with its head, with its legs, and its inwards, and its dung, even the whole bullock he shall carry forth without the camp unto a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood of the fire. Where the ashes poured out, he shall be burnt. And if the whole congregation of Israel, if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, they have not done somewhat against thy commandments and of Jehovah concerning the things which should not be done, and are guilty. When the sin which they have sinned against is known, and the congregation shall a young bullock for the sin offering bring before him the tabernacle of the congregation. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before Jehovah, and the bullock shall be killed before Jehovah. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of the bullock the blood of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before Jehovah, even before the veil. And he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar, which is before Jehovah, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take all his fat from him and burn it upon the altar. And he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for sin offering. So he shall do with this. And the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be given them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall carry forth the bullock without the camp, and burn him in the burnt place of the first bullock. It is a sin offering for the whole congregation. And when it just says sin offering for the congregation. When the ruler has sinned, okay. And he's done somewhat through ignorance. Now, somewhat is an added text. Against any of the commandments of Jehovah God concerning the things which should not be done, and guilty. Or if his sin wherein he hath sinned come to his knowledge, he brings his offering, a kid of goats and a male without blemish. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of the goat and kill it in place where they burnt offering, and before the Jehovah it is a sin offering. And the priest shall take the blood offering and with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and shall pour it out the blood at the bottom of the altar of burnt offering. And he shall burn all his fat upon the altar, and the fat of the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the priest shall make an atonement for his concerning his sins, and it shall be forgiven him. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance, while he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of Jehovah concerning the things which ought not to be done, and be guilty, or if his sin which he hath sinned come to his knowledge, and he shall bring his offering of kid of goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he hath sinned. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of the sin offering, and he shall slay the offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take of the blood thereof and his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering. And he shall pour out all the blood thereof in the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, and the fat is taken away from the sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto Jehovah. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he brings a lamb for the sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish. And he shall lay his hands upon the head of the sin offering, and he shall slay it for a sin offering in the place where they kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall take the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and he shall pour out all the blood thereof from the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, and the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar, according to all the offerings made by fire unto Jehovah. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin, that he has committed it, and it shall be forgiven of him. All right, so it talked a lot. It talked a little bit about the first fruit offerings and the peace offerings here and there, but these first four really hit that sin offerings. Okay, and remember at the beginning of this, I read that part in Jeremiah 7. Read Jeremiah 7 from 22 on. Okay, God never wanted the sin offerings. Okay, he never wanted the sin offering. Ezekiel calls it the laws that were not good. Okay, he just wanted people just to obey him. Just obey the 10 commandments. They're not grievous. That's 1 John 5, verse 3. Commandments are not grievous. Okay, let's just check out Ezekiel here. Where is Ezekiel here? There it is. 20. And hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am Jehovah your God. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me. They walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judges to do them. If a man do, he shall live in them. And they polluted my Sabbaths when they walked, and I would pour out my fury upon them. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them among the heathen and dispersed through the countries. Okay, that happens in 2 Kings 17. Because they had not executed my judges, but had despised my statutes and polluted my Sabbaths with their eyes and after their fathers' idols. And therefore I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. So, soon as they do the golden calf, the father's idols, wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments they should not live. And I polluted them in their own gifts, in what they caused to pass through the fire, all that openeth the womb, that I might make them desolate, in the end that they might know that I am Jehovah. Therefore, Son of man, speak unto the house of Israel, and say unto them, Thus saith Jehovah God, Yet in your fathers they have blasphemed me and they committed a trespass against me. For I would brought them into the land for which I lifted up my hand to them. And they saw every high hill. So that's high hills, is those places that they worship. Pagans. And all the thick trees they offered their sacrifices, where they presented the provocation of their offering. They also made a sweet savor, and they poured out their drink offerings. Oh, man. So, there we go. So he didn't even want to do these sin offering things. Guys, that's not good. Okay, so that was Leviticus 1 through 4. Okay? And he tells Jeremiah about it in 7, verse 22 on a little bit. Okay, so Leviticus 5 will be tomorrow. All right, and we go, and Leviticus 18 and 19 are really good. Leviticus 26 is really good. So we got that coming up in the next couple days, right?